The war in Gaza and the ceasefire will remain the top agendas during the talks between the US President Joe Biden and his UAE counterpart Sheikh Mohammed as he begins an official visit to Washington on Monday. Now, the visit comes amid the United Arab Emirates showing increased frustration with Israel's handling of the Gaza crisis and the conflict continuing with no end in sight. Abu Dhabi's relations with Israel have improved after the signing of the Abraham Accords in 2020, though the ties began to sour in the last few months over the Gaza conflict once again.
President Biden and Vice President Harris will discuss with President Mohammed, obviously, the crisis in Gaza, UAE's essential role in addressing the humanitarian crisis there, and the crisis in Sudan, where, as the President's statement made clear last night, we all must increase efforts to open routes for humanitarian assistance and ultimately to secure a ceasefire.
On the other hand, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Egypt to push for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and ensure the release of hostages held by Hamas. Egypt, along with Qatar, is mediating talks between Israel and Hamas, and the United States is facilitating the peace process. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has slammed an Israeli media report accusing him of torpedoing the hostage deal. His office said the false claims in the media echoed the propaganda of the terrorist organization, the Hamas. The Prime Minister's office argued that Netanyahu accepted all of the U.S. proposals. Though the ceasefire talks are now deadlocked over Netanyahu's insistence on the Israeli control of the Philadelphia corridor along the Egypt-Gaza border. Furthermore, the UN General Assembly strongly supported a Palestinian-drafted resolution on Wednesday demanding that Israel end its unlawful presence in Gaza and the occupied West Bank within a year. The 193-page member General Assembly adopted the resolution with 124 nations voting in favor and 14, including Israel and the US, opposing it, while 43 nations, including abstained from voting. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.